Yeah, good evening all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not, right?
Yes, sir, it's visible.
Data types are variables. Data types are variables, right? Yes. Every organization use case has got data and operations. Data represented using data types are variables. Operations represented using functions. Data represented using data types are variables. Operations represented using functions. Any organization, if you take, right? If you take the example of a bank, observe this. Bank consists of what? Customers and employees. Customers has got data and operations. Customers has got what? Data and operations. Data represented using data types are okay. Data like customer name Ajay, account number customer name, account number, address, Hyderabad. Balance 90,000. Operations, right? Like deposit operation, withdraw operation, right? Transfer operation. So data represented using data types are variables. Data represented using data types are variables. Operations represented using functions. Functions will be discussing later, but our discussion is like data types are variables. Employees also has got data and operations. Now, employees data, employee ID, employee name, salary, designation. So data represented any organization, if you take it has got data and operations. Data represented using data types or variables. And if you talk about operations like calculating tax, calculating net salary, all this, right? They're represented using functions. Okay, data has got, so every organization has got a data and operations. Data represented using data types or variables. Operations represented using functions. For employees also, employees data and employees operation. If you take any college, right? Students and faculty, students data and students operations, faculty and faculty's operations. If you compare C or C++ or Java with Python, C or C++ or Java, if you are comparing with Python, right? Yes. Python supports dynamic data types. Python supports dynamic data types. What do you mean by dynamic data types in Python, right? Okay. X equal to 10, y equal to 4. If you want to define a variable like x equal to 10, compulsory we need to define the data type, right? If you want to say y equal to 4.5, compulsory we need to say float y equal to 4.5. Z equal to hello, HELLO, right? String Z equal to hello, right? But in Python, supports dynamic data types, right? Here, directly we can say x as 10, y as 4.5, z as hello. No need to specify any data types in Python. What value you are assigned to x? What value you are assigned to x? Based on the value assigned, the variable x is going to get created. Here, what kind of variable x is means based on the data type defining, you are saying it as int. What type of variable y is means based on this data type defining, you are saying it as float. What type of variable z is means it's string type. But what type of variable x? What type of variable x is means what value you assigned to it? Integer value, then integer type. What value you assign to it? If it is float value, float variable. If you're assigning string value, string variable gets created. So there is a function called type function in Python. Type of x is int type. Why? Because you assigned an int value to it. Type of y is what type? Float type, because you have assigned a float value to it. Type of z is what type? String type. So there is a function type to know the type of a variable in Python, right? So I'm going to discuss 4 cases to make you understand much better, right? Case 1, x equal to 10. If I say like x equal to 10, right? Internally, one object gets created with value 10. Internally, one object gets created with value 10 with some address. The address given to x. So you need to understand. So here x, what x is storing. So case 1, whenever you say x equal to 10, internally one object gets created. The object is going to have some address. The address is given to x. What x is storing? What x is storing? Try to say, don't say like x is storing a 10. X stores the address. 1 second. What x is storing? Don't say x is storing 10. X stores the address. X stores the address. 3 things you need to understand here. Print x. What is print x? Whenever you say print x, it goes to this address and prints whatever present at this address. Prints the content at that address. Prints the content at that address. Print type of x. prints the data type of X. Data type of X is int type. What value you have assigned to X, based on the value assigned, the variables are created dynamically. Print ID of X. If you want to print this address, right? ID, there is a function called ID, right? Prints the address of X. Prints the address of X means 103070, right? Yes. This case one, printing the content, printing the type, printing the address ID of X, right? Yes. Now I want the sessions to be interactive, right? Everyone, you can unmute yourself and keep responding, right? Through voice or through chat. Observe this case two. X value is 10, Y is 20. How many objects will be created? Everyone, try to answer. How many objects will be created here?
Two objects will be created.
Two objects, right? Y equal to 20. One more object will be created, which is going to have some different address. That address is given to Y. Means two different values, two different objects gets created with two different addresses. Now try to answer, everyone. What is print X?
X will be 10, sir.
X is 10. Print ID, address I want. What is the address of X?
That is 103070.
1030. This one I have taken randomly, but where exactly it is stored, that address it is going to return. Type of X. What is the data type? Everyone, try to answer. Type of
Int,
X
sir.
is int type. So print Y. What is it?
20.
20. Print address of Y.
104280.
Type of Y.
It will be int again, sir.
Type of Y is integer, right? Yes. So what is your observation? Two different variables, X, Y, with two different values, then two different objects with two different addresses, right? Yes. This case too. So if the values are different, different objects with different addresses will be created. Next, case 3. Now everyone try to respond. If I'm taking like X value is 10 and Y also 10, right? How many objects will be created? Yes, everyone try to answer this. How many objects will be created? X value and Y value.
So I think two objects will be created, sir.
Two.
Observe carefully. Here only one object gets created. X is 10. Before creating object for Y, it checks any object with value 10 is already available. If already available, one more, the same address will be given to Y. Means if X value is 10, Y is 10, if Z also 10, don't think three objects with value 10 gets created. Only one object, the same address will be given to X, Y, and Z. Same value, X, Y, and Z, right? Means X, Y, and Z, they are sharing the same content to 10. They are sharing the same address, right? Yes. Print X equal to, print Y equal to, and print Z equal to. What is it? 10. Print address of X. Print address of Y. Print address of Z. 103070. type of X, type of Y, integer type, right? Yes, if the contents, but if X value is 10, Y is 20, Z is 30, how many objects will be created? Yes. If
Three
X-
objects, sir.
3 objects, the values are different, 3 objects. The values are same, only one object. Observe this case 4 here. X value is 10, X is 20, not X and Y here, X only. X is 10, X is 20. Now, how many objects are created here?
So here, I think one object will be created.
So 10 and 20, right? Means two different values, means two different objects. Two different objects gets created. If the values are 10 and 10, only one object. If the values are different, right? Multiple objects.
But sir, isn't in Python, I mean, if we take X as 10 and then we create X as 20, so 20 will be the latest value, right?
What is the X value it is going to print? Everyone try to answer. What is print X? Will it print 10
20.
or 20?
20.
Yes, it prints 20. Print, if I try to print address of X, which address it prints? 10. And it's this latest object. Type will be integer type of X. So here what happens to the previous object? Can I print the value of the previous object? Whether it is available or not available. If available, how to print its address? Or how to print its value 10. So to know what happened to the previous object, right? I need to discuss a small concept. It's too early to discuss that concept, but I'll just give overview of it. Later I discuss in brief about it. Like a garbage collector. So for explaining that garbage collector, I'll go back to this case 3, right? Yes. So case 3. Garbage collector. What is garbage collector? Garbage collector removes unused or unreferred objects. Removes unused or unreferred objects from the memory. What is garbage collector? Removes unused or unreferred objects from the. What do you mean by unused or unreferred objects? Objects whose reference count. Objects whose reference count becomes 0. Removes unused or unreferred objects from the memory. Objects whose reference count becomes 0. Then those we call as unused or unreferred objects. Then these objects are immediately removed. These objects are immediately removed from the memory by the garbage collector. Observe here, garbage collector removes unused or unreferred objects from the memory. Objects whose reference count becomes 0. We call that objects as unused or unreferred. These objects are immediately removed from the memory by the, what do you mean by reference count? Reference count. Number of variables pointing to an object. Number of variables pointing to an object or number of variables storing address of an object. So any of this, number of variables pointing to an object or number of variables storing address of. To understand this reference count garbage collector, observe this. How many variables are pointing to this object to 10? X is pointing, Y is pointing, Z is pointing. X is storing its address, Y is storing its address. So what is the reference count of this object? How many variables are pointing?
3.
3. So what is the reference count?
3 is the reference count. Yeah.
Is the reference count. Now observe here. When object reference count becomes 0, then that object is removed, right? How come a reference count becomes 0? How come this reference count becomes 0 means slowly I'll modify the y value to 20. Y value modified to 20 means a new object with value 20 gets created with some new address. This address is stored by y. Y is made to point or store the new object. Now y is not pointing to this. So reference count becomes how much? 2. Only x and z are pointing. Y is made to point to a new object. So reference count decreases to 2. Slowly I am modifying the z value also to 30. 105070, the address is given to z. The address is given to z. Now z is pointing to the new object. Z is not pointing to this. Z is not pointing to this, right? Yes. Now what is the reference count of this object? 10.
1.
Only x is pointing. Y and z, they are made to point to the new objects. Previously x, y, z were pointing. Reference count was 3. Now y and z, they are made to point to 2 different objects. Now slowly x value also modified to 50. A new object with 50 gets created with some new address. The address is given to x. Now try to answer. X is pointing to the new object 50. X is not pointing to this. What is the reference count now?
It will be 0, sir.
Reference count is 0 because initially 3 variables were pointing. X was pointing to this y. Now x, y, z, they are pointing to 3 different objects. Now no variable is pointing to this. No variable is referring this unreferred or unused object. Whenever any object reference count becomes 0, I said that object is going to get removed immediately from the memory, right? Now have you understood how an object gets removed? How reference count becomes 0? What is reference count? What is garbage collector? Yes, hello.
Yes, sir.
So based on this understanding, right, go back to this case 4. Forget about this x equal to 20 for some time. X equal to 10 you observe. What is the reference count of this object to 10?
1, sir.
Reference count is 1. Slowly I modified that x value to 20. Now X is pointing to the new object. X is not pointing to this. X is not pointing to this. What is the reference count?
0, sir.
Means this object gets removed. I was asking you a query, right? What happens to this previous object? Means it is going to get removed from the memory. So I'll be showing you all these 4 cases practically now. So whenever we install Python, go and check right in this Python or in the search panel, you can say this Python 3.11 IDLE, or in the search, you can type IDLE. Python shell gets opened this way, and within this Python shell, file, new file, you should say, right? Now here you can type, this is the comment in Python, starts with hash symbol, case 1, defining a variable. X value is 10, print the X value, print the address of it by saying ID of X, printing the type of it by saying print type of X. Yes. Print the content, print the address. And batch, right? Yes. So I can say like int1 dot py. I'll copy the same, right? I'll copy the same. File, new file. Defining 2 different variables. Defining 2 different variables with the 2 different values. Then 2 different objects. Gets created with 2 different addresses. 2 different variables with 2 different values. Then 2 different objects gets created with 2 different addresses. X value is 10, print X, address of X, type of X. X value is 10, Y is 20. Print X, address of X, type of X. Print Y, address of Y, type of Y. Yes. Run module, right? Yes. 10 and 20, right? 10 and 20. So this is the print X, prints the type, print address and type. See, this address and this address both are different. The values are different, the addresses are different, right? If you observe this case 3, if case 3, defining 2 different variables with same values. X is 10, Y also 10 with same values. Then only one object gets created. only one object gets created. And its address is returned to both. Two different variables with same values, then only one object gets created and its address is returned to both. X value is 10, Y also 10. So can you please answer the address of X and address of Y will be same or different?
It should be the same, sir.
Address of Y, is it going to be the same or different? Answer, right?
Same.
Same, sir.
Okay. It should be same, right? It has to be same. It should be same. It has to be same, right? Yes. Okay. Case 4. Check it. Run model the previous output. So address of this is 10, this is also 10. Address also same, right? Same address. It has to be same, right? Same content, same address, same times. This is case 3. Next is like case 4. Defining two different variables with two, okay, defining two different variables, defining two variables with same name. But with two variables with same name, but with different values. Then two different objects gets created. Means two different objects means X is 10, X is 20. Two variables X and X with same name, but with different values 10, 20. Then two different objects gets created and the previous one gets removed, I said. X is 10, X is 20 means always X equal 20 only, right? The previous one X equal 10 gets removed, right? So observe the same thing. Excellent. Yes. Understood these 4 cases, right, everyone? Yes. Any queries in these 4 cases? Yeah. Now coming to this data types, right? Yes. Data types. Data types are of 2 types. Fundamental data types. This is collection data types. Fundamental data types means object to holding single value. Object to holding single value, all right. I was saying like x equal to 10 means one object is created with value 10 with some address, right? The address given to x. So here object to holding single value, object to holding single value. Collection data type, object to holding group of values. X equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Yes. Holding group of values means one object is created within this object, right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 is going to have some address. The address is given to x. Means here object to holding group of values, collection of values, set of values, object holding multiple values. Object holding single value, object holding multiple values. Fundamental data types, collection types. So fundamental types are of 5 types. Fundamental data types are of 5 types. Int, mainly of 5 types. Float, string, Boolean, complex. Integer means like age 25, something in. Float means like height
Sir, cat sir.
6.2. No, we
Sir,
say
cat sir.
string only, you will get all. There is CHR function available. Char function is available, but data type is string type only, we say. String supports single quote, double quote, and triple quote, right? Yes, I'll be briefing you about it. String. Within the string, you can use single quote, double quote, or triple quote. City equal to Hyderabad. Sequence collection of characters. Boolean means which returns either true or false. T should be capital, false, F should be capital. Boolean values 0 or 1. 0 indicates false, 2 indicates 1. And this complex x plus iy in general mathematics, but in Python, it has to be j. So I'll brief you about these things. But collection data types, mainly 4 types of collections. So list, tuple, set, dictionary. List by using squared bracket, tuple by using normal braces, set by using curly braces, dictionary by using key and value format, right? Yes. Okay, so we have got a lot of discussion on string. String, right? String indexing, string slicing, string functions and methods. Yes. Yeah, if I talk about string, right? Yes. String. A string is a string is a sequence collection of characters. A string is a sequence collection of characters. In Python, if you talk like in Python, a string is represented, right? Using first single quote. In this way, a string is represented using double quote. And a triple quote. String represented using single, double, and triple quote. So for multi-line strings or for paragraph, you go for triple quote. For single line string, you can go with single quote or double quote. Each character of a string, I'll be briefing you about those quotes again. Each character of a string, each character of a string is represented or accessed by a unique index. Each character of a string is represented or accessed by a unique index. String supports two types of indexes. String supports two types of indexes, right? First one, like that. Positive index or forward index. Starts from left to right. Index starts with 0. Second is like a negative index or backward index. Starts from right to left. Starts from right to left. Index starts with -1. Index starts with -1. Okay, just observe this, right? X equal to, if I say Python, Python, right? So if I say Python within the double quotes, an object is going to get created, an object within this object, right? Python. So yeah. One second. X equal to Python, Python, right? Python. So you can see that in the chart panel, right? The videos, previous videos links are given. If anyone have missed the previous session, you can see that previous link. Course content is provided of both Python and Django or full stack. Demo videos is given, payment process is given. So you will get the videos, class notes, and this assignment tasks. You can just store that contact details, right? For further. Don't forget to send the screenshot if you're done with the payment, right? To durgasoftonlinetraining@gmail.com. So tomorrow the link will be changing, right? So we will be getting a new link tomorrow. Those who got enrolled, those you will be getting a new link to your mail IDs. Okay, fine. So I'll just extend the 10-15 minutes more today. Python, right? So X equal to Python. Python. It's going to have some address. The address is given to X. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. This is positive index or forward index. This is negative index or backward index. Okay, everyone try to answer. X is your string name. What is X of true value? Yes. X of true value is what? X is
T,
your
sir.
T. X of minus 2 is what?
Oh,
O, right?
Oh, sir.
So this is positive index or forward index, backward index or negative index. This is starting from left to right. This negative index starts from right to left. Okay, fine. So single line comment with hash symbol, multi-line comment start with triple quote, end with triple quote. It is not executable, right? X equal to Python, Python. Print X means prints the string X. Type of X is what type? Type. Type of X is string type. Print. Len type of X is str type. String means str. Len of X means number of characters. Number of characters, how many? 6 characters. Y equal to programming. Y equal to programming. Print X plus Y means you will get Python plus programming. This we call it like concatenation. Concatenation means adding 2 strings. Adding 2 strings means first string followed by second string. Okay, fine. Python plus programming, you get Python programming. I want space between these two, then say Python plus X plus space plus Y. What is that? Python programming you get, right? Yes. That's fine. So this is what, okay, string represented by any quote. Next is, okay, string slicing. String slicing. Extracting particular portion of a string. Yeah, X equal to Python program, if I say, right? If I say Python program, try to say extract the only word Python from this. Extract only Python from this, right? Extract only Python from this, anyone? So print. I doesn't want entire Python. I want only Python. X of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from 0 to 5, you slice it. 0 to what is that?
5.
But you need to give 6 here.
Yeah.
This we call it as lower bound. This we call it like upper bound, right? Yes. Always upper bound is excluded. Always upper bound is excluded. If you view 5 here, 5 should have been excluded up to, you won't get
4.
this n. You won't get this n, right? If it was given 5. 6 means even if 6 excluded, up to 5 it will, right? Check it. Python is printing. It is printing. Yes. Now try to extract the middle portion of the string. Everyone, extract the middle portion like P, R, O, G. Only these 4 characters. Try to answer for this. X of, yes. These 4 characters. Everyone try to give a responses, right? Through voice or through chat.
Sir, it will be 7 to 11, sir.
Yeah, 7. So even this space also takes one index. This 7, 8, 9, 10. 11 you need to do. 11 gets excluded, up to 10 to consider, right? Yes. Yes, observe this output. 7 to 11 means PROG. Run module, right? Yes. I'll take for 10-15 minutes more, right? Yes. Run module. 7 to 11 is what? PROG. If I say print X of 11 to 7 in the opposite way, if anyone try to answer? 7 to 11 PROG. If I say opposite 11 to 7,
Sir, it should be negative index if we are going in opposite direction.
so using positive index only, if I give in this way means you will get empty string. Because always slicing in the forward direction. Always slicing in the forward direction. If you go in backward, 7 to 11, fine. But 11 to 7, if you go 11 to 7 means in this way. 11 to 7, you are going backward, right? It prints empty string. See this empty string, right? Yes. Try to say extract PROG using negative index, everyone. Using negative index, you try to slice this. Yes.
Sir, -3 to -8.
You're going in backward. It gives empty. Using negative index also, you should go in forward direction. -1, -2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. -7 you want, -6 you want, -5 you want, -4 you want. So -7 to -3.
-3.
Run module. PROG you got, right? Yes. Extract the word. Extract the word program. Extract the word program here. Anyone try to extract this word program? Entire word program, right? Print. Using positive index. Positive index, you say me first.
Sir, it
7,
should be 7 to end, that is colon.
7,
Till-
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's up to 13. If I give 13, M will be excluded. 7 to 14, can I give? Yes, 14
Yes.
excluded. We were not accessing, up to 13 only it will take. Otherwise, shortcut to it, print X of 7 to upper bound, you don't provide, right? Up to,
Yeah.
it's up to this end of this string. Both are valid. 7 to 14 means this entire thing. And if you don't go the upper bound, it will lead up to the end of the string. If you're not providing this upper bound, it will lead up to the end of the string. Run module program. Can anyone say using a negative index?
It should be -7 to end. Yeah.
Don't give the upper bound. -7 to this is -7 up to the end of this string.
Yes.
So all these 3 results the same output, right? Yes. For example, if I ignore this lower bound, what happens? X of lower bound is not provided. It will read from the start of the string to 6 excluded up to 5. This and this both are same. It returns Python. Right. Is returning what? Python. Next. Print. If I ignore both, right, lower bound and upper bound, it will read what? If I ignore both.
It will give the whole string, sir.
whole string will be printed. Print all these last three statements are same, right? These three statements results the same output. Python program, and Python program. Check it. Run module. Yes. Next, observe this print x of 0 to 14 with the increment of 2 means what is this? First one is start value, stop value, and step value. Increment by 2 means 0 to 14 means 0 to 14 with increment of 2 means 0 index, 2 index, 4 index, 6 index, 8 index, 10 index, 12 index. 0 means P, T, O, space, R, G, A. Even indexes. Print x of colon 2. This also results the same. 0 to 14 means this one. And with the increment of 2 means this. Run module, right? Yes. Okay. So if I give in this way, right? Yes, just observe this. Print x of colon minus 1 reverses the string. It reverses the string. Means what? Python program is there, it will print in the reversed order. See this. Have you heard about the word palindrome?
Yes, sir.
Anyone say what is palindrome? Right.
Yes, sir. Like backward is also same and the front is also same. Example MOM
If we
and
reverse
from backward also.
if we reverse a string, if we get the same string, then it is a palindrome. What is it? If we reverse a string, if we get the same string, then it is a palindrome. Example of this palindrome, yes. MADAM, madam. If we reverse also, you will get the same, right? Malayalam. If we reverse also, you will get the same. Dad or mom. RNITIN within. Example, if I take MADAM, print X, okay, it prints madam. But if I reverses it, X of colon minus 1 means reversing a string. Just now we discussed. Store it in a variable Y. And print Y also, you will get the same thing. If both X and Y are same, then it is a palindrome. Both X and Y are same, right? Check this. Very simple. As both are madam, right? So I'll just take 5 minutes more before I stop. And I am saying that tomorrow the link will be changing. You will get a new link. So those who got enrolled, you will be getting the link. Yes. So just I'll talk about this. Yes, 5 minutes on string methods. We have got a lot of methods on string, like upper, to print in uppercase. We don't need to write huge codes in Python, right? They look like normal English statements, very less coding to print in uppercase. X equal to Hyderabad, right? Yes. If I say print x dot upper, it prints everything in uppercase. Check it. Run module, it is printing in this. Similarly, we have got a method like lower. To print in lowercase x equal to VAI. Print x dot lower. Print x dot lower, right? Yes. Run module. Mumbai in lowercase. Next, observe this third one. X equal to India, INDIA. Print x dot capitalize. X dot capitalize means okay. I want the first character I only in the uppercase, remaining all in the lower cases. I no need to write any code. Only the first character I in the uppercase, remaining all in the lower cases. Only the first character I in the uppercase, remaining all in the lower cases, right? Yes. Okay, what is that method? Capitalize. For capitalizing. For capitalizing the first character. Okay. One more example. X equal to good evening, Hyderabad. How many words are there? 4 words, right? Good evening, Hyderabad. I want G in uppercase. Every word, first character in uppercase, I want. G in uppercase, E in uppercase, H in uppercase. I can say like print X dot title. That's it. Check it out. Every word, first character in the uppercase or not. S. What is that? Title. For capitalizing the first character. Each word in a string. For example, where this title can be useful in the real time means if I got some employee names, hundreds of names like Rahul, Ajay, Blake, Miller, James, Amar, Rohit. In this way, some hundreds of names I got. I want each and every employee name first character in the uppercase, right? Print EMPS dot title. That's it. EMPS dot title. Run module, right? Yes. Rahul, Ajay, Blake, Miller, James, Amar, and Rohit. Each and every employee name first character in the uppercase, right? Yes. There's one more method like replace. For replacing a portion of a string. For replacing a portion of a string. For example, X equal to Java is easy. Right. Print x dot replace the word Java with Python, replacing the word Java with Python, right? Yes. Check it. What is the output you get? Replace the word Java with Python. You will get Python is easy. Okay, fine. Java is easy and Java is simple. And Java is simple. It replaces each and every occurrences, but Java occurrences with Python. Python is easy and Python is simple, right? Yes. And even we have got a method like swap case. Swap case, right? Yes. For converting one case to another case. X equal to converting one case to another means X equal to okay. Good evening, Hyderabad. Right. Print X dot swap case reverses the case X dot swap case. If it is in upper, converts to lower case, right? Yes, in this way we have got many methods. So converts lower to upper. So we have got many more methods like find method, format method, split method, right? Strip methods, right? More methods I'll be discussing tomorrow. Fine, on this string and input output statements in Python. So tomorrow, that is Friday, tomorrow the link will be changing. So tomorrow the class will be at 7 p.m. but with different link. You can check your mail, right? You will be getting that. Okay, fine. And for only Python, the duration is 70 hours, 2 months. It's a fee structure is 5K, and people who wants to go for total full stack Python core advanced application oriented modules, web development, UI technologies like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, and Django apps creations, total entire thing. So 10K is the fee structure, right? Yes. And fine. You'll be getting the recorded videos daily to your Google Drives and your notes to your mail IDs. Assignments tasks will be provided, right? Yes. Fine. Any other queries, right? Anyone?
Yes, sir. Hi.
Yes.
From this side.
Yeah.
Sir, during this course, are we going to complete any kind of project on Django or in the core Python? Python?
Yes. Yes. We are going with a project, right? Yes. One project will be discussed in brief.
Okay. Thank you.
And I said for Django, I will be discussing 15 to 20 applications, right?
Sorry, sir. For Django?
Yes. All these are the Django.
All right. Yeah.
4, 5, nearly 15 to 20. I said more than 20 only it will be. So if we talk about any Django, right? If I open any of this, right? Be any my project 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 20 or more than 20, I'll be discussing, right? Applications creations you'll be doing parallel along with me for Django especially. The classes will be from Monday to Friday. And one more thing I was saying, right? Once again, I'm repeating the class. I said the demos goes at 7 p.m. but the original class starts at 8 p.m. right? Yes, mostly okay. Demos I've completed by today. By tomorrow or from tomorrow class will be at 7 p.m. Mostly from the next class will be at 8 o'clock. It starts at 8 to 9. Once again, I'm repeating, right? Yes. Class timing will be at 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Fine.
It's 8 to 9, right?
8 to 9.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, fine. So tomorrow the class will be at 7 p.m. So everyone get enrolled to get the new link. See the new link to your mail IDs, right? Yes. So I'm signing off for now. If I'm done with the queries, if there are no other queries, right? Meet you tomorrow. Fine.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.